Hi, this is Deborah from dinglefoot.com, and this week I have a little birthday card to make. So I have some polka dot paper, and this was from a kid's collection, so they're nice and bright and cheerful. And then I have another coordinating piece of cardstock with stripes, and this is cut the same size as the front of the card, but it's going to be going on the inside. So I have those, and then I have two little pieces of cardstock, and the white one's probably about 1/2 inch wide, so, and then it's the length of the front of the card. So I'm going to be using those. And otherwise I have some distress ink. I have Shabby Shutters and Spice Marmalade. And I have an ink applicator tool. And also an edge distresser. So I'm going to be using that on my card also. And I do have black ink because on the inside I'm going to be stamping Happy Birthday, and then, or on the outside Happy Birthday, and then on the inside I'm going to be putting Celebrate in there. I don't know if you can see that. And then besides those stamps I have a swirly stamp and a flower. So we have a lot of little bits and pieces today, but this is an easy card. I'm going to start by taking my Shabby Shutters ink, and I just picked the Shabby Shutters color because it's kind of like the green on the front of the card, and I'm just going to be putting a few little swirls here and there on the card. You can stamp some off the edges. Just adds a little bit of interest to the polka dots. Maybe I'll do this one upside down. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if you can even see that on there. I'll try to hold it up close. You can see my little swirlies on there. Next, I'm going to take the block that I had the swirly stamp on, and I'm just going to be putting it near the top of my card. This doesn't even have to be exactly straight, but I'm going to trace around it. And you're not going to see my lines. I'm using a pen, but you're not going to see them when I'm done. So just go ahead and kind of make a square on there. And then I'm just going to take my scissors, just poke a hole through there and cut a little bit, but I'm not going to be cutting it out. I'm going to be ripping it around the edges. So my ink shape, I don't even have to have this completely straight, because once you get done tearing this, it's probably not going to be straight anyway, but we're just going for that nice interesting little edge. Okay, so you can see it's not straight, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take my edge distresser. I'm going to really rip against this. If you don't have an edge distresser, just take your scissors like this. Just be careful with it, but you can just use this part of your scissors and you'll get the same effect. I'm just going to go around my little square. Okay, then I'm going to take the corner of my card. You're going to think I'm just making a mess of this, but it should turn out okay in the end. I'm just going to rip the corner off my card. See, it looks like something your kid did, but we'll make it look nice. I'm going to distress this one too. Okay, and now I'm going to take my Spiced Marmalade ink and the ink applicator tool. We're going to want to put our card out like this because we don't want ink getting on the inside of our card. I'm just going to run a little bit around those edges. So this is kind of a fun little card to make, a little bit different than usual. So ink my window and ink the edges of my ripped corner. You can go both directions on those if you want to, just to make sure the white is covered up. Okay, so that's the front of my card, and now I'm going to take this piece of striped paper and I am going to put it inside. So when you close the card, we're going to have a nice little contrast inside there. And if you don't like the torn look, you could make a very nice little perfect square and you would have pretty much the same effect. It'd just be a little more neat. But sometimes it's kind of fun to do a torn edge. So this guy's going to go right in here. Okay, and then on my two pieces of paper here, I'm going to stamp my happy birthday on my white paper. Hopefully I'll get it in the middle there. So, get that on there. Okay, and then before I glue these together, I'm going to take my edge distressor and go over the blue edges. So just the top and bottom. Okay, and I'll do the other side. Oops. Get this side just a little better. I kind of like that white edge there. Okay, then we can glue this one right on the top. And this is just going to go right across the front of my card. Okay, for my little window here, I'm going to grab a few little flowers, and I'm just going to use a Zot and put that right in the window. You could just stamp a greeting or put another little embellishment in there, but I'm just going to use a flower. So our card still opens, but you can see the inside from the outside. So all I have to do yet is put my little celebrate stamp on my block here, and I'm just going to be stamping that inside my card under the flower. So we're gonna put it about there. And there we go. This card is finished. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card.